Yeah, first of all, thanks as always. Appreciate you guys being here and talking some shop with us. We appreciate the company, knowing that you guys care enough to tell our story. So thank you. Tough week for us. Two tough matches. Boise State. I don't know if I've seen a team play that well as they played that Thursday night, and they gave us everything they had, and I didn't see the response from our team that we're accustomed to at this point, and that was pretty hard on all of us. It was hard on our coaching staff, it was hard on our players, it was hard on us as a program collectively. I thought we had a nice response against Utah State in the second set, but obviously we had opportunities there to close out that set and push us into a potential fourth, fifth set situation there, and just came up short, and we're addressing it. You know, there's a defensive intensity challenge I put to the team. Hey, can we dig more balls? Can we get back to where we were 2 weeks ago against Colorado State and Wyoming, where we were out digging teams by 5 or 6 digs a set? And then last piece was, not only can we add some defensive intensity layers to it, can we continue to attack with more range? We were getting dug just way too much, and our kill percentage went from low 40s, which is an absolutely brilliant hitting kill percentage, to kind of the high 20s, and you're just not killing the ball at a high enough clip at that point to put enough stress on your opponents. So two massive rocks we're trying to move, and anytime you're trying to do that, you got to have the whole team bought in, and you got to have everybody on board. And I think it's hard to do that after 2 tough losses. They're excited to be at home. There's an excitement about being back in Johnson Center, and we're excited to kind of take a little bit of time and let some bodies heal up and let some bodies rest up to see where we're at come Thursday night against the UNLV team that's tied in fourth place with us. And as we've talked about all year, our goal, it's always in our background, is, hey, how do we get to be a top 6 team? How do we make sure we're playing in Las Vegas in 2.5 weeks? And we've got some massive tasks ahead of us. We've got some massive rocks we want to move. And so we're back to work here in a little bit less than an hour. And that's all we can do, is get back on the horse and keep riding.
Yeah, how much are you looking forward to see how they respond after these losses, and the fact that, the postseason really is on the line at these next 2 matches?
Yeah, it's massive. We talked about it every week. I think in these conversations that we've had, is this conference, there's anyone on any given night is going to beat anyone else. And the fact that UNLV is tied with us, the team's aware of it. They're aware of it. We don't make it a big deal in practice. The big deal in practice is, hey, how do we get better today? And if we're doing that, then, hey, Thursday will take care of itself. And so I think there was a level of excitement about being back home. I think there's this time of year where, hey, academics are catching up to you, physical health is catching up to you. And, oh, by the way, we have a lot to do on the volleyball court, and it all kind of feels like it compresses you a little bit. And I think there's this relaxed tone about, hey, you guys, we just keep doing us. That's it. There's no pressure on us other than continue to be us, and not trying to be something that we're not. So I think there's a general level of excitement just purely being back at home.
Which players do you lean on to set that tone when times get like this and you need the team to kind of relax a little bit?
Yeah, I think Kate Biasu, one of our captains, I think Elena Moldan, one of our captains, I think they generally have a pretty good pulse for the team, and I think they can show it not only vocally, they can show it like athletically on the court, getting it done. They can be there behind the scenes, patting players on the back, letting them know, hey, we're in this fight, and we're all in this together. And I think that type of leadership is what you need when things get tough. And this week's theme is about facing adversity, and what are we going to do in the face of adversity? Are we running away from it, or are we running towards it, going, hey, here's chances to go and get better, here's chances to go and develop? And we've been about it all season long. Are we learning? Are we growing? Are we staying healthy? And if we're doing those 3 things, and man, you got a shot against anybody in this league. And if one of those areas is kind of falling down, then we got to recalibrate and readjust and reengage in that process.
You talked about the pressure, not having any pressure on you guys. How much have you stressed that heading down the stretch? Like, let's just go have fun. Let's not worry about any of these things, because you don't want that to get. You can't afford to have that happen.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you got to be able to play with joy, and you got to be able to play with some passion. And I think when you feel like you've taken a kick to the gut, it's like, oh, wait a second, where's the joy again? And so yesterday's practice was, hey, it was pretty lighthearted, for the most part. Of course, we can't get too loose. We still have a job to do. But at the end of the day, we want our team to feel just as passionate today as they felt on August 8th when they reported. And that was a big deal to me coming out of the Utah State match was, hey, you guys, it's back to preseason mindset. In the preseason, you go against 3 different teams in less than 24 hours, and you just respond. You keep reloading, re-engaging, and responding. And that was a big moment for us after Utah State. We go, hey, here's the deal. Yeah, we just had 2 tough losses. We head back home. We get some time to train up. We get some time to rest up. And let's re-engage in the process of a preseason mindset, even though we're in week 12. And things are building up, academics, school, all that stuff. The sleep is catching up to us. Right? Everything catches up to you in week 12. re-engage in a preseason mindset. And if we're doing that, then hey, then we're in the right place.
And just like boxing is about matchups, how are you guys matching up with UNLV?
Yeah, UNLV's tough. You know, they definitely have a candidate for Player of the Year in Hayden, number 7, one of their outside hitters, and they've got 2 really physical middle blockers that make life really tough on you. So the second you think you're slowing down Hayden is the second those middles start getting hot. And so I think we can match up well if we can serve well, and we can have the defensive intensity that I mentioned earlier. I think if we're digging balls and we're serving them off the net, we have a chance to play with anybody. If we're not serving as up to our potential and our defense is a little bit lackluster, we'll feel it. And that's kind of what we thought against Utah State and against Boise last week.
When you see a team like San Diego State again that you beat in the first half of the season, do you think it's difficult playing Mountain West opponents for a second time and trying to go 2-0?
I do. I think there's a lot on the line every time you play, obviously, and then there's this in the back. There's this creeping suspicion, like, hey, we got these guys last time. Hey, we've been here before, and it's like, and for me, it's about no, you got to go score 1 point after the next point after the next, and it's a 1 point at a time, next point mentality, and it's not a hey, two months ago mentality. Hey, we beat them 2 months ago. Like, that knows nothing, and that's something we've been talking with the team about. Like, the history of our game is that Thursday night knows nothing about October 4th when we played them at their place. I forget the exact day, but it knows nothing about that, and that's a hard thing to learn as a player. I think it's a hard thing for a team to learn, especially where they've been down a little bit this last week, to go, hey, well, we beat them last time. Not good enough. We've got to go take it to them again.